Good. It's
Hard cut to us.
like Buffy.
Yeah.
It was Buffy-esque.
What have you said that before about another finger?
Anything with thrashy metal.
that's Buffy.
Rock, sort of.
Hello and welcome to the Hat Chat Podcast, episode 114, with your hosts, your ASMR angels of today, Chris Trott,
Ross Hornby.
And Angela Smith.
If you get any tingles, let us know on Patreon.
Angela
Specifically
died.
Patreon.
Angelus.
Angela Lansbury died.
I don't know who they... Oh, yeah. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, she was the pot.
Taylor's
oldest teapot.
time. I'm already sounding ancient.
She was
even.
also in loads of shit.
She was
in
in
loads of
No,
stuff.
that was
She was in
it.
Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Anything
classic.
Murder, She Wrote.
Describing like furniture within a house.
Murder, She Wrote.
Was she also in like Smeg Fridge and Arga? She bed blobs and broomsticks. She was Snicks. She was sorry.
Yeah,
A little hard to talk.
Bed
Anyway.
snobs and
Yeah, I'm
coom sticks.
Yes.
Anyway,
nice. Boomsticks.
Rest
Yeah.
in peace. She died at the same age as the Queen did.
It's a good time to go.
That's pretty...
96 is a pretty good year.
Do you think
Well,
she's trying to
Did she
steal her
beat
thunder?
the Queen?
Yeah. Well,
I don't think so. The Queen died of natural causes, I think.
nice.
Nice. Very good.
But I don't know. I don't know in terms of when they were born. It's just 96 is the age that I saw, and I'm not doing any more research
96,
than
that's
that.
when Spice Girls were at their peak, weren't they?
It really was.
96. Was that peak?
Nah,
Is that not when
bit
it
earlier.
began? Well, Wannabe was a pretty big track.
Do you know that Toxic is a more successful track than Oops, I Did It Again?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Better music video.
What, Toxic? What, they were in an airplane, weren't they?
Yeah.
She was just dancing in
It's
the
more interesting.
aisle of the air. And it was flying into like an apocalypse, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. It was pretty low quality effects, but it looked good.
So you didn't like the highway dancing that she
Nah.
did for Oops, I Did It Again?
Shit.
No. It was quite
Boring.
unimaginative, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They did want to try and frame her as like a schoolgirl hot.
No, I know. Yeah, but
It's a bit
she
weird,
was like
isn't it?
16, wasn't she?
And she was
10, I think.
She was 12.
45.
I
She
heard.
was in that video. 45.
45 years old.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So now she's looking pretty tired.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she looks great for her
I mean,
age.
She looks fantastic for her age. I'm sure she's doing well. She's out of her
She's free now. Yeah.
Is this going to become a Britney Spears podcast? You know, we had a Harry
Let's
Potter.
segue
for
to
a
Harry
bit.
Potter quickly.
Oh,
Dobby needs a new
What's
sock.
Hermione up to? What's
Wow.
Emma Watson doing these days? Do you think they'll ever do a thing where they just kind of tour the country as the three of them because their careers failed, but they're like in their like
Do you reckon they do like a friends like reunion, which is
No,
really
they're
sad?
too minted.
they got so much
Oh, they
money
did do a
early
reunion.
on.
Well, they
They-
did that like interview thing.
Where Rupert Grint got friend zoned.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, but
yeah.
they're not going to do the thing where like S Club 7 did it, where like it was whittled down to like three of them. And they just hobble
yeah.
onto stage, and it's kind of like
Call me a muggle.
Bradley's doing. Yeah, they say, "Call me a muggle." They say Joe's up there, Bradley and Paul,
Joe.
and it's like, well, what is this? This isn't S Club 7. Where's
Yeah.
Rachel? Where's Tina?
Where's Rachel and Tina? Tina's doing.
S Club 7 is
Anyway.
a really old 90s band.
Yeah. Oh
Not
God.
that
Yeah.
old.
Do we have to?
It's old
Do we
as
have
hell.
to explain it? They are quite old.
It's old. It's
We were
vintage.
children.
There are
I was in
vintage
year
shops out there
5.
selling 90s clothes. So that is old. We're old.
But our audience are old too.
Maybe.
There
Not
aren't
all
many
of them.
fresh ones coming through.
No,
Well, we're trying to
definitely
get
not.
in the fresh ones. So let's do
Start
some
talking about.
references.
Let's start talking about modern music.
do some modern
Oh
references.
shit! You heard of Youngblood?
Oh God, he's such
Got
a prick.
quite an annoying face.
He looks like a fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
quite an annoying face, but
Yeah.
not as annoying as Machine Gun Kelly's face.
Oh, he
Yeah.
seems like a prick as well.
So he's there saying he's reinvented essentially Blink-182, who are touring again
Yeah.
next year.
Mhm.
What a segue! This is
a couple of
crazy.
£100 for a ticket though.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I haven't checked.
It is
but-
£200 to £300 a ticket.
The guy retrofitting our warehouse door was rapidly on Ticketmaster instead of answering my questions today.
Oh, really? Was he
trying to
actually
get tickets for his son.
No way.
For Blink-182?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's very nice of him.
It's nice of him, but I was trying to get his attention
Yeah.
and just get the door unlocked
We
and
need the
stuff for
fucking
him.
door sorted, mate.
It's like, come on, get to it.
You work
the door.
for me. Yeah.
I bought your tickets.
Were you a fan of
sold out.
Yeah, I got them. I bought them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm selling them. I'm scarping them elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Blink-182 pretty good. I liked them at the time.
I love them.
I don't know if I'd go see them now, though.
No.
I feel like the magic
I've grown out of
has
it.
kind of lost.
If you're a
its spell on
Zoomer,
me.
check out the old albums, Blink-182, back in their prime.
Yeah.
Not that old though, because if you go back all the way back to Carousel, it's a bit ropey.
Carousel's, yeah, like
that
recorded in
was
their,
like, yeah,
recorded in
they
their
recorded
garage,
themselves.
kind of,
They weren't
yeah.
in time. I don't think they had Travis as the drummer, which didn't help.
Enema of the State Take Off Your Pants
That's the
Jacket.
classic,
Those are good
yeah.
ones. I didn't really enjoy what's the album with Feeling This on it?
Oh, the newer one. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Feeling This. I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were trying to revive themselves. It's been a few years, I think, since our previous album, but nothing compares
I'll be honest, I
to
wasn't a
Enema of the
Blink-182
State
guy
live was good.
at the
Well, I've
time.
been going there. You were listening to metal.
Static X.
Creed.
Static
Mud
X.
Vein.
Hoobastank.
Hoobastank, no.
Trott would have loved
Too mainstream.
Woodstock 99 or whatever
Yeah.
it was. You would have been there.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit.
all of these,
There's
like,
a few tracks from Limp Bizkit I enjoy. I actually really just love the Mission Impossible theme they did. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that was really good.
That was a great little riff.
Yeah, it was. It was badass.
Take Fred
Yeah.
Durst out. Instrumentals are amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
Just take him out of there.
What about
Offspring.
The Used?
Love the Offspring.
Did you ever listen to The
Yeah,
Used?
well, not as much as Smith
It was
did.
pretty. It got emo-y, I think, like in a sense that it was.
I think I
very
did
kind
listen
of
to them a
like-
little bit.
A
Yeah.
couple of tracks I liked, but yeah,
I liked
Well,
Offspring. They were,
Offspring?
they were great.
When things started getting too emo, I started checking out of that
Yeah.
genre.
yeah, I don't know.
Like My Chemical Romance, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A lot
Never
of fans
liked
out there,
that,
I
yeah.
don't like My Chemical Romance that much.
So, oh shit,
No.
have we pissed off a lot of people?
yeah,
So
it's
quite-
probably like 75% of our audience grew up with
Yeah.
My Chemical Romance.
I listened to that one album that has "I'm Not Okay" on it. You know that "I'm Not Okay,"
Yeah.
and I must admit I listened to that quite a lot. But no, I agree. I don't think they're that good.
I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't vibe with that album at the time.
I'm a Jack Johnson guy, you know. I'm not.
Jack Johnson. I'm trying to remember what song
Like
he
a
did.
banana
Yeah, it was like that.
pancake,
It was like the Hawaiian kind of like chill
Everything's the same fucking thing.
genre, Hawaiian chill.
Like you'd go into a surf shop in southwest England, which is just hilarious because surfing in England sucks. I did it through college, and it's like
Surfing in England.
yeah, it sucks. We used to
Yeah.
we go to the north coast.
Diving in England sucks. Anything in the ocean in England
Can't
sucks.
see. There's
Sailing's
nothing here.
probably all right.
Yeah.
There's a bit of wind.
But like we used to surf all the time, or surf. Mainly we'd go down and get battered by whitewater, and you'd go into like the English surfing shops, and it's just like they'd play playing fucking Jack Johnson, and you'd be there like pretending to be part of a surf culture that you're thousands of miles away from, that was really, you know, Pacific based, let's be honest. And yeah, now it's just now every time I hear Jack Johnson, it's just
Would you say surf culture had better music in the 80s?
Yeah. Wipeout.
yeah, probably.
Was that last 60s?
I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably
Ding,
still
ding,
listening.
ding, 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 ding.
It's really
That's
old school.
like Beach
Yeah.
Boys.
And what's the song there? Down, 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 down.
Miss Lou, isn't it?
Miss Lou, yeah.
Miss
that's it.
Lou, yeah.
Down, 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 down.
Is that
Basically
surfer
anything in
culture?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so. It's got like it does have that
That's
vibe.
surf
Because it starts
culture.
way proud.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah, Wipeout.
yeah, that is, yeah.
That's not
Miss Lou.
different song.
Ding,
No,
ding,
it's a
ding,
different song,
ding,
isn't it?
ding, 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 ding.
That's
Oh,
not-
I don't
not-
know.
They are,
anymore.
but they use the exact same instrument sound.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds similar.
Someone said Black Eyed Peas to that
Sorry.
that riff.
To
It's
what?
not Black Eyed Peas.
Which they did
Oh, it's
obviously.
not Black Eyed Peas.
They used
They
it.
covered
They
it.
did a cover, yeah. But they also made a song. No, I can't.
The
even say
only
it.
good Black Eyed Peas song
Let's get it
is
started.
Where Is the Love.
Where is the love?
That's the only good Black Eyed Peas song.
Well,
All
if you take some time in the evening, find a song, "Let's Get It Started" by Black Eyed Peas,
But the original.
and find the original.
But the original,
'Cause
yeah.
somehow someone greenlit that song.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine to say. Yes, say that for the
Yeah,
chorus.
say that and say it over and over and over again. We played
Hint,
it.
it rhymes
It was
with
playing
it
on the
started.
radio, and at the time my dad kissed me. By the way, your dad is because sorry, your granddad is because he was he was ill.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, we just turned the radio off and sat in silence and ate our meal. I was just like, yeah, that's
All right.
made it pretty dark.
Okay.
Anyway, fuck you, Will.i.am.
Will.i.am is a prick.
That he is.
Like, really is.
For many reasons, not just that
not
song.
just that. He's just
There's
a capitalist
many reasons, yeah.
scumbag, isn't he? At the end of the day, but yeah. Well, anyway,
We haven't even got into our hypotheticals yet.
I know.
As
Did we
voted
thank
on
Chris?
by
By the way.
Crease.
Crease. That's your own name.
Thank you, Crease. Seedon for that incredible intro that span off this whole conversation about
Yeah.
thrash music and
Big up.
Buffy and
Big
that
up,
era
Chris.
of music. Thank you. There's a longer version at the end, so stick around
Oh, nice.
to the end.
That intro is better than anything Will.i.am's ever made,
Wow, there you go,
Sweet.
Chris.
and he's minted.
Great first name too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Proof.
our patrons have cast their votes.
Oh,
Thank you, patrons.
Thank you, kind patrons.
Patreon.com/hackfilms for voting on one of these hypothetical situations/questions.
the in
And
order of.
They are in order,
Okay.
as per voted as when I checked them. People keep voting afterwards and then it skews it, but as of when I saw it, this is what won. So
Right, okay.
go for it.
Because the votes can be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So number one every time someone dies, their ghost still visibly remains. What ends up happening to society?
Fucking crowded.
So I'm guessing, is this something that suddenly happens? Because obviously right now
Maybe
we don't
from
live
now
in a
on.
situation where we can see ghosts.
So I feel like if
Apart
it
from
was,
some people who go, I think I saw a ghost. And it's just like,
So are they just around, or like, can you interact with them? Are they just like are they an ethereal version of that person? Can they still do their job?
I like how when we have these questions,
We ask you
I'm
why.
suddenly the fountain of knowledge for like
I feel like,
solidifying
did you
the
make
rules.
this up? Or did you find this?
I find all
You
these.
found it.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes I come up with them. This time I did not.
Okay, so
I think
We
society,
can create the rules.
to begin with, I think it will become a very, very scary moment. It depends if you can communicate with them. If you can communicate with them in a way that's
I think it would become the norm.
will be fine.
Like death would become
Yeah.
a different concept.
The scary thing about ghosts is the fact that you don't really know what the fuck they're up to, or what they're doing,
Perverts.
or what they're saying, or what they're thinking. What are they thinking?
but you know what other people are thinking?
Ghosts aren't real.
Well, they are now.
Yeah,
Well, they are
we've
now.
made them real with this hypothetical.
Because obviously there's this whole idea of them being like, oh, they've got unfinished business and stuff. Like, if you died today, do you think you'd have unfinished business? On
I probably
this
wouldn't be a
planet? Or would you be
ghost.
like, well,
I don't think I'd like die. Well, unless I die really traumatically.
so you have to do the whole kind of like, I've got to find out
Mhm.
what the thing is. Oh, and it was true love, after all.
I can't die before my LARP character dies.
Ah,
I'd go back to LARP probably.
so you
Finish that off.
go back to LARP as a ghost.
You're
in your chainmail.
alive.
There's
I'm
chainmail.
the Emperor.
The chainmail's moving on its own.
Yeah.
It's a ghost.
It's like,
ghost.
wheel me in on my deathbed. Time to finish the story.
It'll be scary.
Yeah.
Maybe
It'd be
to begin
scary for a
with.
bit, but I
Yeah.
think, our society would gradually adapt to the new situation that everyone you've ever known that has died is back
Right, yeah.
in ghostly form, spirit form. Like they're all hanging out, having spirit parties and stuff.
Spirit
and there's
parties.
this weird like.
Well, I think there'd be people that would start to be opting to be ghosts.
I'd
right?
rather be a ghost. I like to
Oh,
walk through
identifying
walls.
as a ghost.
Well, they're just topping themselves in order to go be
Oh.
ghosty. Because like,
Well, do you know what? Actually, if you knew the end result, that would change things drastically for a lot of people, ideologies and everything. Like,
Yeah.
because a lot of religions are based on not really knowing what happens
Well,
after you
it's
die.
also
So, like, if
about
you were like, well,
ascending, like going to heaven. Like,
True.
why is everyone stuck here all of a sudden? Has God
Close the door.
closed
Full.
the
Heaven's
door?
full.
Heaven's full.
Yeah.
We're now
there
stuck on
would
it.
have to be a lot of experiments to see like how many people stay. Like, if you killed 10 people, are they all staying?
So that's the experiment.
The experiment is you
Killing
get 10 people. You kill
This
them.
seems unethical.
These are all people who were going to kill you, so you're essentially defending
Free
yourself.
pass.
It's a free pass. You're in the middle of
How
a
does
war
that
zone.
experiment get set up?
In
You're looking
in the
for
middle of a
someone
wall.
that needs 10 people.
Some of these worst experiments happen in war zones.
what if there's like ghost landfill where you just like dig a big hole and bury all the ghosts?
Well, they go through. They
Not in my one.
Okay.
My ghosts, they can't go through walls. They can't pass through
Well,
things.
that's the thing, yeah, because like,
Well, what's the benefit?
do they
then?
just no clip
Being
Being
through
a
the
ghost,
ground?
yeah.
Or?
Prison one, you just
There-
come back, unfortunately.
And you just like.
And
hang
also, when we're talking about ghosts, whether they're corporeal or not, if they're hanging around on this plane of existence on this earth, they're probably going to have a vested interest in how we treat it, because like they're going to have to hang around.
So votes,
But does-
forever.
rights.
But does
Probably
climate,
ghost rights.
Ghost
climate and shit affect them?
Yeah, what it will
They
do.
can
They're-
blow
like,
away.
if they're existing
Do
within,
they feel cold and hot?
I don't think they feel cold and hot, but I don't think it's the temperature that's really worrying people about climate change.
Can they grab
It's-
things?
It's
Can they
Enjoying the ecological.
I'm asking you questions again.
okay. No, I can give you answers.
Let's say I don't think they can.
No, they can't feel things.
So I feel like in a situation of
They
if
don't
you
eat-
put on a VR headset and wander around that world, that's a bit like that's like being a ghost.
Yeah.
You
So
can't
you're not
interact with
quite
anything.
there. Yeah.
You know what annoyed
Nothing
me?
happens in real life. You're just watching life around you, and that
So you can't
suck.
interact with these spirits then, and they can't interact with you.
I feel like maybe they should talk.
I feel like you could throw cutlery at the very least.
Yeah, you'll go
If you
through.
get angry.
You gotta like build up
Yeah.
energy like
You
in
gotta,
Garry's
like-
mod.
Oh, fork. Across
Maybe
the room.
scientists will develop something that you could, like
Yeah.
they could wear
Nice.
like a suit that makes them feel things, like the Azana band.
Just like the Azana
then
band,
there'd
which
be a
was
whole, like,
totally
ghost
real, got
fashion
you
line.
all. Huh?
There'd be ghost shops,
Yeah, there would be ghost shops.
like tailored to ghosts.
Why would ghosts care about fashion or like eating or
You know what
any of the
pisses me?
things you
Casper
buy?
Friendly Ghost, right? I need to get this off my chest because this has been gnawing at me
Casper?
for about 15, 20 years since I watched it as a child. When they sit down for breakfast and
Yeah.
they have all those delicious foods.
Sunnyside eggs.
Yeah, sunny
Make a
side up.
yak.
Makes them yak. And we're like, what the fuck does that mean?
What is yak?
But anyway, they like get all the cakes and all the nice sweet pastries, and the uncles sit down for dinner, for breakfast, and they're like putting it through, and it falls
right
through
through
them, and there's a shot of all the food splatting on the ground, but that food was chewed.
Yeah, it's all like sloppy. Yeah.
So it's all sloppy. So their teeth are corporeal.
Something's happening.
But everything else isn't? What's that about? Are they just a floating set of teeth?
Well, why would they even
We need to get to the
any
bottom
kind
of
of
this.
nourishment at all?
Well,
Well,
it's
they
not
don't need
about
nourishment, but what I'm
It
talking
went straight
about
to the
is
floor,
it
so, like,
falls
they're
through
just-
them, apart from their teeth, which must be physical, to chop it up.
Do you reckon it's their
Can we put them to
incorporeal
work?
bodies that are slopping up the food?
No, I think it's their teeth.
You think it's their teeth specifically?
Well, that's how you normally chew food, right? And
Yeah,
it
but
would
what if they're like the idea of them passing through like this ghostly body is
somehow chops the food up.
like processing the food?
Maybe.
So, if anything, them walking through walls could affect the matter.
Yeah,
The
like
walls.
Their
chews
teeth
up
would
a
get
brick
stuck
wall.
every time they try to walk through a wall.
Shit, my teeth.
Hold on. Hold
I
on.
need to find a window.
In Casper rules, yeah.
Okay, exactly. They don't make
Casper
sense.
rules suck.
Casper rules did suck. They really.
Though the original PlayStation game was awesome. You remember that? It was like top-down 2D Casper.
I don't
remember that.
Best game ever.
Really?
Up there with construction
There's
in
so many games.
2022.
That's a good
It's a good game.
I mean, you're slagging it off. You know,
I'm not.
You're comparing it to Casper.
Oh, well, have you played it?
Can you build anything in Casper?
No, it's an old game.
Do you think ghosts, now they've got nothing to lose as well,
Yeah.
would like blackmail people?
Maybe they'll start selling you secrets. But what for?
So
what
they can
do they need
speak.
money for? They can live anywhere they want if they want to.
Just for the sense of control and power, because they could have.
Can they be hoovered up?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you think there would be bad spirits? Well, of course there would be. That try and capture living
Other
people
spirits,
to do stuff for them because they can't.
Maybe. I think that would be definitely like a. Oh, do you need anything? But then what does a ghost need?
I mean,
Visual stimulation is the only
if
thing
you're
that
playing a
seems to make
VR
a
game,
difference.
right,
here.
you want stuff to happen,
Sure. Yeah.
like entertainment.
yeah.
So that's ultimately what the ghost is asking
Okay. So
for.
you're a ghost. You can fly.
Fucking
right.
hell. I thought you just float
You can see.
off the ground.
You still want companionship.
You can't eat. You can't consume things. That's in that sense. So you're not drinking anything.
Yeah.
You're not. I mean, I guess you can't get high.
Well, you could
can't
Casper it,
take
I
drugs.
guess. But let's just eradicate the Casper rule system.
Yeah.
You could go anywhere you want and like enjoy visual stimulation. So if you
Wow.
go to like an entertaining show or an entertaining
Right,
place,
yeah. I guess you could
you
enjoy.
can fly somewhere. You can go under the ocean and see what the fuck's going on down there.
You
Where
wouldn't sleep
Titanic.
either, would you? So you can enjoy night.
I
fully.
suppose so. If you have no energy. So all these are all the upsides.
What's the spirit eyesight like?
Honestly,
100% 2020.
20. So your eyesight would get better if
Everything
you had
gets
shit
better.
vision.
You'd become fully like working,
yeah.
not broken.
But you just can't enjoy the other things you enjoy in life. But to be fair, you
Intangible.
also won't. Over time, you won't miss those things because it doesn't affect your body. Your body doesn't crave food because you don't require food. You're a ghost. So if anything, you just need visual stimulation.
You eat souls.
Just sit in front of fucking
These ghosts eat
YouTube.
souls.
You know, Blade Runner.
You gotta find animals whose souls you can eat.
Ghost fights. You know, there's bum fights. Well,
Yeah.
there was bum fights.
Yeah, can ghosts
Before
fight
it's
each other?
Deemed wrong.
Or is it just the physical world and the spirit
Well,
world?
this is the thing. I feel like there would be quite the segregation.
Can they fight each other?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
with spells,
Ghost spells.
ghost spells.
Holy shit.
Like
So there's magic.
That changes a lot because
There's
like
magic as well as
suddenly
ghosts.
when you die you get
you
magic.
get magic. Well, you can
Holy
already
shit.
pass through walls
But it only
and
affects
fly.
other ghosts.
Yeah,
And physical things in the room don't move or change.
But
We're
if
not talking
there's,
about poltergeists. We're talking about just ghosts.
if there's any kind of
on the
salt
mill ghost.
sprinkled out, processed salt,
You're screwed
anywhere, vertically, like
It's a
you could be
wall.
in the clouds
Yeah.
and there's some salt
on the ground.
on the ground somewhere, boom, that's a vertical
Dangerous.
wall barrier. Like
Yeah.
you
So the
can't
ocean's out of. You can't go in the ocean.
Maybe not.
the ocean's fucked. You can't
Yeah.
go in the ocean.
Maybe
No, it has to be granulated. It has to be poured out from a.
So that's one
sax-
societal change.
supermarket.
A huge
Yeah.
societal change would be the intake of salt, the amount of salt around us, not just.
it's how you'd make
Just
your house
people would
private
be-
to other
They'd be like
ghosts.
anti-ghost
Oh, yeah, it's a ghost problem,
sanctuaries and stuff. Yeah.
It's like
wanna
you see a
come
rat
in?
pellet.
No
go,
ghosts. It's like ghost segregation. Sign says no ghosts.
I think that'd be a real troublesome
Right.
like.
So
time
wandering the streets would be
turmoil.
kind of ghost filled, if anything, and also there would be an overpopulation of ghosts at some point because the cycles would just continue, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
well, now there's just shit. There's more ghosts than
Exactly.
people.
Yeah.
Therefore, eventually you'll just be wandering through ghosts and not even see them because there's so many of them.
This is why I want
Like
ghost
now,
landfill.
like right now.
Ghost landfills, the answer.
There are so many ghosts in this room, we can't see them because they're all
just
crammed in here
congested,
so much.
What if that's where oxygen comes from?
We have to breathe
We
in
have to breathe
ghosts.
them in.
We have to breathe in the dead.
Oh fuck, that was grandma.
Yeah, but there's nothing. That's not. I mean, if it became the norm, it would be fine. It's like bacteria, like nibbling
Well,
on you. Or
yeah, so
like
you're
Not me,
saying,
mate. I have bleach baths. I'm 100% sterile.
I'm not in this room.
I've got a massive amount of mental health issues because of it.
Well, yeah, like the idea of bacteria living on you does freak me out.
Does it?
Just because it's like anything you touch some chicken. Raw
They're
chicken.
living in us too, Ross.
Oh,
They're cultures.
I know.
That cause
and
us
it's
to
fine.
exist.
It's normal. But it's just like, do you think life would be different if you could visibly see bacteria?
Like a big old
Or you could put
like
some
a
glasses
pet, like
on
a
and be like,
Pokemon.
okay,
No.
you know they can do those tests or whatever where like, oh, you've touched the fridge and it's now got like all this bacteria around.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you could see that, do you think people would live differently?
I think some people would.
I feel like you would.
I think everyone becomes.
Because if you could visibly see it, you'd be like, oh, fucking,
Well,
there's bacteria everywhere.
Well, yeah, you like uniformity. The eye likes a bit of like cleanliness, doesn't it? But like, I mean, we're
but
part
knowing
of
it's
the
like
cycle.
it's like when you see mold
Part of
on
it.
bread, you're suddenly I'm disgusted by it.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not going to eat that.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you might pick it off, sure.
Yeah,
It's
it
'cause
depends
we've
on whether it's
evolved
like.
Depends on how much there is, but like
Yeah.
it's enough to put you off. But like if you could see that everywhere you go, oh, your laptop's covered in bacteria. You're like, oh fuck, of course.
I think
clean
because
it up.
we're
I think we'd all become clean freaks, or a lot of people
to
will.
see problems, right? And then to avoid those problems, if bacteria became as visible as those problems, I think we're making a correlation there between bacteria looks like mold and mold is bad,
Sure.
or poisonous, or stale, or
Dog shit looks like Nutella. And Nutella's delicious.
according to my dog, yes. Yeah,
does
fuck me.
look like Nutella.
Those nuggets look tasty hell.
Does
I'm gonna
she
chew
wet ones?
She barely has wet ones, to be honest.
So it's always kind of little nuggets.
Yeah, like very consistent. Like
Not
if
other-
she was
not
an
other
ice cream
dogs'
vendor,
shits in
I'd be happy with the consistency every week. It's like they're rolling around. I know they pulling on that. It's going to be a great whip.
Yeah. You feed her one thing.
Two things, but this is not interesting.
Okay.
Biscuits and meat, but only meat in the mornings.
Well, that's what you eat.
Raw meat.
That's your
Biscuits
diet.
and meat diet.
Biscuits and meat, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone's favourite diet.
Biscuits and beet, maybe.
Biscuits and beet.
Biscuits and beet.
Yeah. Beet, like the root vegetable. Biscuits, my own personal
Mischievous biscuits.
brand of biscuit, which, yeah, you're really hard to take out of the packet. You always drop them.
Or it's just one big biscuit in a packet.
Yeah.
You have to break it up.
Yeah, just everywhere. What's the
Nightmare.
second hypothetical?
Let's have a look. Okay, so that's
You didn't want
ghosts.
to explore that further.
Smith's kits would be a better
Well,
wouldn't it?
ghosts. I mean,
But I'm pretty
I feel
tapped
like
out.
I think we'd live with them. I think we'd live with them,
Yeah.
We'd have to.
and we'd have to live with them and be like, they're not scary anymore.
I reckon
Don't
there
worry
would be
about
a process of trying to, like, there'll be a budget, societal budget, to try and elongate our lives because we don't want to end up as intangible
Annoying.
spirits.
I think we'll be
Ghosts.
using them as fucking periscopes. They'll be like, can you go to that mine and check if it's all safe? Yes, sure. Yeah, no, it's all good. Yes, fine. Oh wait, there's a collapse.
Yeah, but you can't.
It's fine, I can
control
no-clip through
spirits. Spirits will just say no, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, well, there'll be some who'll be like, I'm bored. Let's help. Or maybe they used to work there because of a terrible workplace accident. And they're like, I'll check.
Or you
it
can
out
threaten them
to
with
avoid future
ghostbusting.
accidents.
You can get them vacuumed up into a Ghostbuster box
Yeah.
as a threat.
If you can do that, that's quite the manipulation, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
quite.
suck
But
you
like
up
that's
and you're gonna
the.
be in
If
a
you can
box.
imprison them, that's a completely different
Yeah.
scenario. Where there's Dyson's just filled with ghosts.
It's a whole other
Don't press
conversation.
reverse.
We could go on this for hours,
Oh,
so
okay.
let's move on to the next hypothetical, shall we?
Okay, the next hypothetical begins such as this: the following. I'm about to say it. It's coming up. Number
Nice.
2. This is the second one
From
Yeah.
our patrons, by the way.
from the patrons.
Thank you for voting.
Patreon.com/chatfilms. I've got it right here. I'll read it now.
Here it goes.
All right, I can see the words. They're coming up.
And it's the second one, yeah?
It's the second one down.
Yep.
Just wait for the light to hit your eyes.
There it is.
Nice.
A rat starts demanding you pay rent. A rat in your home speaks with its little rat mouth and insists that you owe it £1,000 in rent money. How do you respond? Well, I'm going to be honest. Violence. First of all, I will say, seeing a rat will startle me. I might let out a small shriek.
Yeah, it's a fucking rat!
Rat rent. The level of the shriek. It's happened before where I've seen a small mouse or a critter just run across somewhere. Like, whoop! It's like a kind of a sudden shock, like a whoa.
It's frightening,
It's
isn't
like,
it? It's startling, yeah.
And then you kind of go in for a close look. It's quite a cute little rat or mouse.
But then
It's
they're
like,
like-
but don't go too close.
Yeah.
Rats can fucking jump.
I don't like how mice and rats in a house, because they're also scared, are just, you can't predict what they're going to do, and I don't like that uncertainty about what they're going to do. They're going to bolt at you. Why?
Oh, same
because they're
with
scared.
large spiders. It's like you don't know what they're going to do. I'm just trying to catch you in a glass and release you into somewhere that's not my house.
Yeah, but
I don't
you
like
realise
killing them.
you release them. It's not in the glass. It's crawling up your arm
Yeah, or on your bed. That's
or in your
bed
mouth.
is a no-go zone for insects or
They shouldn't go there.
like tiny
But this rat
critters.
owns this house. You were there. It was there before you.
It's gonna be quite brutal.
So you're going to kill it.
I'm gonna be laying down. I'm gonna go.
Do you own the house if you kill the rat? Because I mean, that's even more of a reason.
Squatters' rights.
So you've got squatters' rights now because
I think
You did.
morally, I feel like killing a rat is easier than killing a person for the house. What do you reckon?
I don't see the
Is
difference.
that going to take a long? Well, you don't see the difference between killing a rat or a human being who.
Landlords, rats. What's the difference?
Right. What's the house?
That's a good point.
What is the building? Let's say the building is just what, just 2-bed.
It's your average house in England. Council.
Average house.
Terraced.
What'd you call me?
Terraced house.
A terraced house. Okay.
Terraced house.
Sure. That rat's going to die.
Right.
If not, it's going to be collected in a jar and tossed out, but far away, so it doesn't come back to the house.
This rat,
or
I just
gets
want to
it
point
easily.
out, not only
Into the sewers you go, son.
not only understands the English language,
Yeah.
is able to communicate with you,
Yeah.
and understand the financial need for
Yeah.
rent.
So maybe we should become friends with it.
That's what I'm suggesting.
You're suggesting, like, rather than getting chucked out
I
or
say let's work this out.
poisoned, which would be my method.
This is a rat that can fucking speak.
Yeah, what's your method of killing rats?
Right.
You're a trap kind of guy, or you kind of like a... They should get their neck snapped for enjoying a nice bit of cheese.
First of all, I like rats.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd kill
They're
it.
quite cute, aren't they?
I mean, I don't think I could kill a rat. Not really. I don't think I'd like to.
They're big fuckers too.
I don't think I
don't
kill many
mind.
things anymore. Too soft.
Could you strangle a pigeon?
I'd sooner do it. No, probably not. It just seems so brutal.
It seems pointless.
Yeah, it does. Which probably is.
If you go around killing pigeons, it's probably pointless. And
Yeah,
you're just
So
a
you're having this
psychopath.
you're having this problem whilst looking at this rat that's demanding money. It's getting more aggressive now. It's saying 1,500.
I mean, I'm just laughing at it. I'm
Give him
like,
the money.
I'm sorry, you're bartering with me. You're a rat. You can't legally own property. And now what?
Well, let's say I give him the 1,500 quid. What's your bank details,
It
sir?
holds out its tiny little rat hand.
And then I just roll up the £1,500, which I've taken out in cash, in £5 notes, so it's heavy, and just drop it on his head. That's going to cause some damage.
So that's like throwing pound coins en masse at a landlord.
Pound coins would have been a better idea than £5 notes. Just
Pound coins would be heavier.
I'd load them into a
Just the
potato can.
polymer-
But if you roll £1,500 worth
Yeah.
into that's going to be quite a heavy little.
Quite a bit, yeah.
If that
I mean, I
bonks
don't
him
think
on the
it's
head,
going to be
it's
enough to... I think it'd be enough
So
to
you want
hurt
it to
the rat.
survive, but also be like maybe.
I just wanted to be a
permanently
little,
injured.
yeah, and I'll keep doing it, and then I'll be like, well, where's he spending that money? Where's he putting it?
I'd
He can
throw
barely hold that much money,
1,500 quid in pound coins through like a wood shredder.
so it's chipped. So the pound
Just like
coins
a
are
shrapnel bomb, yeah.
and they're just firing tiny shavings.
Technically, you're paying him.
So instead of like giving him a swift death, you're like really
Torturing him.
I'm giving him multiple
Torturing
concussions over the months. Yeah,
With the
Me and Ross are like
physicality
competing
of
with each
money.
other to see how like Ross
still
is
alive. He's fine. Yours is dead.
Oh, you
like
got-
drown mine in diesel fuel.
It's cheaper than unleaded, to be fair.
He's holding a little pound coin.
I think
You got
befriending him would be a good option though, because you could be like, well, let's just live together. I'll just sort you out.
Because
But I know that he may be demanding, but it's just I'll say, well, the other option is me. I'm bigger than you,
Well, if it talks,
and you can bite.
like if it talks as well, like you could have like a TED situation on your hands where it could be really helpful. Imagine having a talking rat. How useful
It's
that would
really
be.
lazy.
Again,
It's a
you
really lazy
so
rat.
you could get that
Lazy
rat. You can
Fine,
send it
come
into like a
in.
dangerous mine, and it can come back and tell you if it's safe or not.
You imagine a fat rat. You walk home. You got home from
He
work.
needs weed all the time.
He's in a.
and he's always got
He's in
munchies.
like one of these
He
big
just-
chairs. Just a bag of those giant Watsits.
Big rat.
out of what's it?
We're out of Watsits.
Yeah, he's got
You
what's it bits all
fucking
over his
prick.
big rat belly.
He's got a really big fat rat.
You spent
belly.
Yeah.
£1,500
His tiny
on
little
what's
rat
it?
feet.
Why are you sitting like that? Rat don't sit like that. This one does.
And he's
Like when the
still-
cats sit like that.
Yeah,
Like fat cats.
yeah.
I guess when time comes, introduce a new pet.
See, so
Right.
do you think Murphy would
Cat.
tear a rat to pieces if he got hold of one? If he got hold of one? Yeah.
So
Have you
you're-
seen dogs tear apart rats before?
Yeah. They
It's
just
brutal. They just grab them, they shake their face like really vigorously until the rat dies.
you
It
think
says it was a
your cat
popular
or your
sport
dog would have a
back in
better
the day.
chance with the rat? Who would you put in the ring?
Ripley for sure.
Yeah.
Ripley would love it, surely, yeah? Cat.
Yeah,
And
cat and rat, like Tom and Jerry.
Would she like pour it, or would it be more of a kind
No,
of
she'd kill
vicious
it
attacking?
quickly.
Oh, okay.
Has she got anything out of the garden yet?
No, because she's on a harness with that, so
Right.
she's quite limited. But any sort of insect in the house,
Yeah.
like moths
Straight
and
on
stuff, boom, she's
Nice.
extremely
It's
efficient.
good. It's a good.
Or like
it's good to
jumping
have.
into the air to grab them and stuff?
Just like, doesn't even look. Boom, moth is dead. Paw did its own thing. Has its
Really?
own brain.
Mochi's not doing that though, is she?
Mochi eats her own shit.
Do you think that Ripley has more brains in her paws than what she does in her whole body?
Yeah.
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 Well, Murphy will see
more
creatures, but
dexterity.
he'll push his nose on them and crush them into the ground.
Because he's trying to sniff them, right?
Yeah, because he's trying to sniff him. He's not trying to
Yeah.
kill him. He's like,
Oh, it's dead.
something's
like blood every
it's
time.
crushed onto his nose.
Oh, it smells like dead spider.
Then he'll go just sniff something else.
Yeah.
Sniffing.
On to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's like watching
Sniff a
TV
big
for
pile
him,
of coke
isn't
I
it?
give him.
Did he?
Yeah. Usually lines around the house. That's for you, mate. Little bump. Perk you up.
Yeah. Look a bit sluggish.
A bit sluggish. Get some energy into you. We're going on a big one. Big run.
So needless to say, I think the whole rat talking and that demanding rent's not going to go well.
Oh, it's going to go well for me. I'm definitely going to befriend it.
I think befriending
Would
it.
you befriend it?
I would try to. I would be
You were
diplomatic
quite
to begin
quick
with.
to
I was quick
resort
to.
to slam a book on it or something.
What does it have to say to stop you from... Don't shoot!
I think you need to find you need to find your leverage first.
Right.
You need to know what you can do to it to be like, look, the power dynamics just suddenly changed. You're demanding money from me.
Think about it,
But
right?
you
Like,
don't-
where are you going to spend that?
I can get you out of here real quick,
Right. You could just.
and it could be in a sandwich bag, not a body bag.
What would be your go-to to defend your house from a home invader?
The rat.
Have you seen the film Home
Oh.
Alone?
Oh, that's the rat.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
he's
the
gotta-
rat.
he's
They're
gotta
trying
take
to
the
find
rat
out. Oh shit!
He's chasing
It's
up the
them.
rat. I've got a hypothetical.
Have you seen the film Home Alone?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when he uses those baubles? Just leave Christmas baubles laying
on the
around
floor.
on the floor at your windows,
To slip up
So
or
that-
crunch.
just to piss them off when they land,
Right.
when they jump over. Because I mean,
Are you talking about rats still?
no.
Oh,
This is
home
a
invader.
home invasion.
You go
Or
for.
I just have literally a trigger system on every door and window, and a shotgun placed.
That's dangerous
It is dangerous
because you could go through those
And
doors
only
and forget.
Yeah, well, that's it. Oh, I forgot my keys.
Or like a friend or family member comes over and you're like, oh wait, I still have the shotgun. Boom.
Wait, the shotgun rigs are on.
The door shotguns?
Yeah, door
Well,
shotguns.
they are dangerous
That
but
was Ross's
effective.
go-to. Is
Yeah.
he's either like
Is there a
Surprise.
delay? Is there a delay?
There's a delay, and it just says "surprise." It's me. It's my voice recorded.
Is it on an Amazon like Alexa? or
Yeah, so
something?
it's
Yeah.
a bit muffled. Surprise.
And then you got to wait for the thing to send the command to the shotgun.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
But to be fair, I think that's
didn't
enough time for
recognize
Yeah,
that
yeah.
command.
that's enough time for someone to kind of go, "What the fuck is this?" and not immediately react to the shotgun.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you'd immediately see it. It depends on where it is.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Especially if it's like two little circles.
You want to be dangling like right in front on some wires.
That's what you
with
want
a
for
novelty
firearms.
trigger.
Yeah. Dangling firearms are the best
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
And a big sign that says "bang,"
Bang. Nice.
LOL underneath.
And then like a bucket or like a screen, like a splash screen behind where people stand in front of your door, so
Yeah.
it like catches the spray.
The aim is to kill them, right?
Yeah. So what you could
Yeah.
do? Have
I
you seen
prefer
the
main,
first
but-
Resident Evil film?
Yeah.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where that laser system just slices him into tiny little
Oh.
triangles.
Awful. Yeah.
Install that into your hand.
Okay. Right.
That scene was really gross.
Yeah.
Like-
You'd have to deal with all those
Because
cubes.
he's like hopping, and he's like, "Oh, he's dodging him. Nice,
Yeah.
wow." And he's like, "Oh, fucking grid system.
Dead.
Why didn't it just use the grid system first? If it's trying to deter things."
Yeah, I know.
It's playing with him.
And also, what needs that level of security? Why don't they have that level of security anywhere else to deal with all the fucking zombies? You know, like,
It's a
come
flawed
on.
film.
Maybe that's why it's there,
It's
though.
a flawed film.
It is a highly flawed film, but memorable.
Well, I remember that scene.
Yeah, me too. There's a bit on a train where one of the women from Fast and Furious
Right.
has to fight. There's no. All right. Anyway, that's
Dogs. There were skinless dogs.
Skinless dogs, classic.
That's I also remember.
Well, it's because they eat all the good. The skin's always good, isn't it? That's the thing.
It's tasty.
skin's tasty.
Chicken skin,
Mm.
but on a dog.
Well, I think we got to the bottom of the whole rat problem.
Befriend it or find ways to kill it.
I've got a slight addendum to that, just to finish this off.
Yeah.
Sure.
The rat landlord is like, I need to feed my family.
Mhm.
And then you look through the little rat hole and it's infested with thousands of rats in your home. That's a new problem, right? Because you can kill one rat, thousands of rats could swarm you. You
That's
know,
how good we
in
are with-
vengeance of killing the rat dad.
Yeah.
I don't think you know how much diesel fuel I've got.
Right.
It'd be a lot of diesel fuel, and it would
But
be
diesel fuel stinks and smells bad.
Yeah,
I think death by lynx is better.
you don't get the same cloying effect though. Like great for eyebrows, not so good for flesh. What you want to do, you get a bucket of the diesel fuel, and you splash it over the floor like you're cleaning the floor.
They're moving eyebrows.
What?
They are literally walking, talking eyebrows.
You think but lynx will just make them hairless and pissed off?
Yeah.
Should we try
I'd
and
love to
make
piss off a little
try and
rat.
make flamethrowers? That feels like something.
So
that
you're,
gets
you're also
very
unleashing
injured.
like
Yeah.
chemical warfare in your own home. You're destroying
Needs
the
must though, isn't it?
Needs
Scorched
must.
earth.
Fair enough.
You could
Fair
just,
enough.
I'd salt any garden in the vicinity as well. I'd salt the earth.
She's salting.
Just to prevent
Just
it.
so.
What are you
just to
doing
prevent-
there over there, neighbour? I'm salting the earth. I had a rat problem.
You got to prevent resupply, right? Like if the rats then go away, build up their strength. No, you need to burn every field between them
No
and
rats
their
in.
objective.
No
yeah.
man.
But
No
the
rat
wholesome and more
I'd mine my front garden.
Right.
Okay.
You'd lay mines down.
Yeah. Have you seen Mason's Rats? The new
Oh, I saw the. Wait.
it's
no.
the new
That's what it
Love,
is.
Death and Robots.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I did see
okay.
that.
Where it's a
Well,
Scott
they're all fighting in this.
and
like,
they
yeah.
go upgrading the robot, and then all the rats are getting better and better.
Yeah.
So good.
It's really
good.
Yeah, you should watch Mason's
Good.
Rats.
It's a short, 5-minute animation. It's good.
Okay.
It makes me think of that.
But yeah, I think if you can befriend rats, you can make them work for you
Rats are smart.
You could.
in a way that is also
Why do
pleasing.
they always
them.
have to work for you?
Not working, but like, as in like they can do what they want to do, and you do what they want to do. It's a
You can make it
compromise.
work.
You can build a bond with them.
Okay.
Or like a brothel.
What if they start?
Rat brothel. How on earth are you making a rat brothel work? They're all brothers and sisters.
Well, so
from the
you're
looks of it.
inviting like strange rats off the street and stuff.
Yeah,
There's more rats than people in the UK.
Okay.
it's believable.
That's that. So you're suggesting that there is some
There's a culling needed. Is that what you're saying?
or
Yeah.
there's
We
some
need to cut down on
monetization
rats.
there.
There's something like 20 rats for every 5 square feet of London or something like that. Like
I'm imagining that's mostly London, right?
they are very concentrated
density
around
in
food
cities.
sources. Yeah, they're directly a measure of food abundance.
Right.
If one of our hobbies was to go around hammering rats in the head,
a rat catcher. That used to be a job.
We're rat catching, but we're doing it just as we're going around.
Viciously.
And you found out, you bump into us in the street, and we just got a rat on the floor, and we're just
I'd question the method. I think I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
hammering away.
So
Just,
nonchalant.
Like, yeah, just tapping away, cracking him like an egg.
you toss it away. You're like, yeah, dead.
That's dead. That one's dead.
There's another one.
Oh, that one's dead.
Oh, hello. What
It's
are
like-
you doing?
Like trying to get into like fossils.
It's like, no, you just got to keep hammering them until they stop moving.
So a little while back,
Happy with it.
That's so clinical.
a few years ago, I had a need for some military grade night vision, and the
Needs an
the
interesting
best
word.
place to a penchant, if you will.
Okay.
Need.
The best place I found to find such devices was this like night vision Facebook group. That I joined on Facebook, and I actually did. I met some lovely bloke from the Forest of Dean, and he sold me a PVS 14, no questions asked. And anyway,
His favourite film, Silence of the Lambs.
yeah, and he
See you.
but like, so I was part of this Facebook group, and not only did they buy and sell like thermal and night vision, but they were all like really keen like rat and boar hunters. So the reason that Forest of Dean is filled with boar, and I mean they're filled. I camped in it, and they are everywhere. There's something like 3,000 boar in the Forest of Dean. They've been very successful, and they mainly move around at night. So he was hunting boar with the license, like under license from the council, like literally keeping the population under control.
Sure.
And that's where he had them. Now, from then on, my Facebook feed was just filled with clips of people shooting animals, and
Wow.
like at night, and like so these rat videos of like
same
But
night
you've got
vision.
them.
go to people just post. Great night last night. Got eight rats down. Me and the son had a grand old time, and it's just like loads of real close-up photos. It's just like,
Aw.
and I'm just scrolling
That's
through
awful.
like wedding photos, and all of a sudden, just,
Thank you,
It's something
Facebook.
really like it's bizarre because I eat meat and I don't feel like I have a leg to stand on. But like seeing animals getting killed is so shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like in wildlife animals, where as in like it's just naturally happening. Like I moved away from the clip, but it was a clip of a honey badger fighting off 3 cheetahs or lions or something. And they were just like they were tugging either side of it like a tug of war. And it's like I can hear it just going. It's just like I don't want to see this.
Nature is Mel.
I think it helps. Well, my empathy levels are heightened for the fact that I've got an animal
100%
constantly around me. It's just like
we'd have to torture
to see it get
ourselves,
torn
human
up.
beings.
It's rough.
And
So there's the fact that there's people just getting joy. They're not eating these animals for meat like rats and stuff. They're just getting joy out of killing or going lamping because they just want to kill a living creature. It is kind of fucked.
Well, it's partly because they haven't got
I appreciate
that
this culling
empathy
system as well.
Like 100%. I think
I appreciate that these things have to happen as well, but it's just I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I know. No, it's very honest.
I'm aware it happens.
I think that's very honest and complicated. But yeah, I do think that we're far too detached from where
I'd rather they ate
from. Oh, absolutely.
If they ate them, I would actually feel better.
Yeah, I am the most pro shooting an animal and eating it. I think that's your best way to stay close. And using that glue,
or using it as some sort of meat puppet,
right? That's a little bit more interesting. But at least I mean they've
a giant boar puppet. That'd be pretty cool, right?
We had like this medieval feast in secondary school. Remember that medieval feast? We had this boar's head, a real boar's head that they'd preserved. And every year they would bring the same preserved boar head round, and we would do this stupid little thing where we'd walk around with a little like carrier carrying this boar's head, and then one of the teachers would sacrifice the least performing kid of the year. Remember that bit? It was a bit like the film Midsummer. And then all the older teachers would throw themselves off the top of the gym.
They'd wear the boar head.
My time has come.
Yeah,
it's like what the fuck?
Yeah, throw these little marzipan balls
shocking.
around.
Oh, that was actually real. I think. Yeah. But yeah, no,
that jumping scene is fucked up.
Yeah,
that really gets you, grabs you. It's good in the film. It's like, whoa, Jesus.
Yeah.
Imagine just being like, well, happy birthday to me. Off you go.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
I don't know what that is.
Midsummer.
Watch Midsummer. It's interesting.
It's a good film.
It's it's a spooky season.
I'll add it to the list.
No, it's a good one to watch.
You should, yeah. Like, I know you like your horror stuff.
And also, this isn't necessarily. It's quite a unique one because it kind of turns the format on its head a bit.
It's bright all the time.
Yeah, uses a lot of light. There's a really great representation of hallucinogenics in it as well. Which.
Why would you know that?
Because he's had
trip balls in a very, very white Amsterdam apartment, and it was awful.
And the wallpaper spoke to him.
Oh. It didn't. It just looked like grid paper. It just looked like graph paper. I was desperately holding on to reality, making sure nobody else lost their minds. And then
just hugging the wall.
Eventually fell asleep after my legs stopped moving uncomfortably for 4 hours. Yeah.
So that's just like the film.
Yeah, just like it. She's just really kind of perturbed. Oh, these taste horrible.
4 hours. 4 hours deep.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's the hypotheticals.
That's the hypotheticals, yeah.
Those are the top 2. If we did all 3, what's the point of voting?
That's true.
So you're going to have to get on
power away from the people.
You have to get on Patreon, and if you didn't like the hypothetical situations, you're going to have to vote, I'm afraid.
Yes.
Next week on patreon.com/hatfilms. Thank you very much for supporting Hat Chat, all the other endeavours that we partake in, like our YouTube channels. We have a Hat Films channel if you haven't checked it out. Where we started.
We ranked some fruit recently. That was we decided not to go. We just wanted to do something other than chocolate or sugary
unhealthy stuff. Yeah.
So we went for fruit, which is sugary.
People seem to really like it as well.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Surprisingly popular.
If you want to enjoy that, go do that on youtube.com/hatfilms. We also have a gaming channel, which not many people are aware of. Surprisingly,
that's almost daily. That one.
That is daily, and it's us playing games, which is again how we made our start. We've just moved it to a different channel.
We never stopped, baby.
Never stopping. And Craig edits them diligently and does a really good job.
He was editing on his wedding day recently. It was his wedding last week. We went to it. Happy wedding.
It was just before. There's like, is there anyone in the audience that has any reason for them not to marry? I was like, yes, you just need to put a thumbnail on today's video if you could.
I just noticed it's not scheduled, mate.
You didn't schedule it,
and I think we'll be busy tonight. Wink, wink.
We consummate.
Sorry. I never know why they add that bit though. Does anyone have anything? Is that a legal thing?
Yeah, they
have to say that.
Yeah,
have to do it.
And I mean, also they took it out.
What cunt is standing up after that though?
Well, have you seen EastEnders?
Well, is it only reserved for episodes of soap operas? Because it feels like to even open the door for that kind of thing is just fucked.
I think.
Wait!
Will someone please ruin the wedding day for?
He's already married. To me,
the wedding's off.
It could
this.
be, you know, a benefit to a bad wedding. Like, it
Yeah,
shouldn't be
I guess
going
so.
ahead and someone
Yeah.
can actually stop it.
I feel like there are other ways around it. You don't need to get the vicar or whoever it is doing the minister doing the words and just being like, "Yep, who wants to end this one? Anyone got anything to say?"
I'll do it.
Oh, actually, I want to get married to her instead. It's like, well, who are you? Who the fuck are you?
I really know. I fancy him.
It's not fucking. Everyone gets to go. Everyone say your piece.
And then like one of the parents stands up and goes, "I don't think she's good enough for him."
I personally don't think she's good enough for him. I think.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'm not happy with any of this. I'm not paying for any of this.
Craig was really worried that we were going to interrupt. Like, he made it very clear. It's like, no, seriously though, guys. Like, this is real. Like, if anyone interrupts, even as a joke, they have to, by law, stop the whole thing.
And marry him to us.
Yeah.
And we have to get married, so please don't.
And the
Yeah,
cameras are rolling. We're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
tempting. We could film this.
do want to
This could be a slog.
But yeah, anyway, that's... Thank you, Patreons.
Yes, thanks, patrons.
And also, if you're as talented or not even as talented, if you just make some music
Yeah.
and want it as a fingal, we'd love to have it at the start
Yeah,
of our
doesn't
podcast.
have to be based on our theme.
No, but
it's a
could be
nice
on
little
a
twist. You
recorder.
can. Oh, we haven't had a. Have we had
We haven't had a recorder. No.
I like recorder-based covers.
Especially when you do that, you blow too hard and it goes really high.
Yeah. So thank you, Chris
Something about those.
Seedon, for the wonderful fingal today. You'll hear the whole thing in a second. But yeah, if you'd like to send us your fingal, it's hatchat@hat-films.com. You can also send us some funny news or anything.
Please do, yeah.
really.
Someone did send some in, but we'll have to read that next time.
Yes. Thank you very much. All right. Well, until next week, everybody, have a great day. And if there's any rats in your house, just end it quickly.
Just pay him.
before they say anything.
Just pay him out.
Pay
Just
'em.
pay 'em.
Yeah.
All right, cool. See you next week, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.